Hello everyone, it's Lindsay from the Craft Studio and I'm so excited to be here bringing you a great fall Thanksgiving themed craft. I love all the holidays and everything that comes with each special holiday and celebrating it through art. Look, I have a Wonder Woman ring on today, guys. I just noticed I had it on my finger. I didn't even realize it till I started crafting. Oh, and a cat unicorn. Dee, dee, dee. How funny. So anyways, we are gonna make these amazing thankful trees and you can do them a couple different ways. And I'm gonna show you, and you have your pack of supplies that my friends at the Playroom, shout out to you guys, have already separated and hand delivered to you. I can't wait till I can come back to the house and craft in person, but this is the next best thing and I'm so excited to be doing it with you. All right, so we are making, like I said, these amazing thankful trees, and I love them because we're using materials that are easy to access, so you could do this next year. You could do this and make it into a different seasonal craft. This is such a cool idea, and there are a couple different ways. Like I said, if you have short tubes like this, toilet paper rolls, what you're gonna do is you're gonna connect them together by putting them into each other like this. And you don't need any glue or tape, you just slide them in, and that way you have more area to work with. Or you could just use one giant paper towel roll. So either works. This one is the two toilet paper rolls stacked together, and this one is one long paper towel roll. You could also do a tiny mini one. You don't have to do a longer one. You can do one just out of one toilet paper roll as well. So I love this one because I think this is like a very fancy one. I'm saying that in an accent because I painted this one with a pretty copper paint. So you could always do it this way if you have paint in front of you, but if you want to do this way, which I think looks like an actual tree, it's with covering it with paper. And I'm gonna show you this way because this way has a little bit more steps. If you were painting it, you would just paint it and skip the part where we cover it with paper. So what we're gonna do first, I'm gonna set these aside, is we are going to find our paper towel roll, or your two toilet paper rolls squished together, or your one little roll, doesn't matter. And I'm gonna find some brown paper. And I have like an extra long brown construction paper. So I'm gonna see if I hold it up against it, how I need to measure it. Oh, and look, it's exactly the same width, so I don't have to cut it there, which is awesome. We're just kind of sussing out to see what size we want our construction paper. And I'm gonna keep rolling it and see where I wanna make a mark with one of my markers that I would need to cut it so I could cover the entire paper towel roll with the brown construction paper. And I wanna err on the side of having a little extra paper versus having some of the roll show, the brown roll. So I'm gonna make a mark where I know it'll be more than enough. And that little mark is my guide, and I'm gonna take my scissors and I'm gonna cut all the way up with that, that mark is like my guide. If you wanted to, you could have drawn a mark all the way down, but if you have good eye-hand coordination, you can kind of just wing it from that one dot. And let's triple check it, make sure, yay! Okay, so now we're gonna apply our glue. If you have tape, you could tape it on. I have glue, and I'm gonna paint glue on my brown sheet of paper. I have some Disney music going on in the background. I think this is Hercules, and I think my kids are playing some games. I just gave my little boy Luke a clear bottle of almond milk that I rinsed out, and then I gave him some rice. So if you hear a cool instrument, it's because my baby's playing with a homemade maraca. So I love reusing things. As you can see, I'm reusing a paper towel. I reused something for my baby. So I'm using my glue, and if you have a glue stick, same thing. I'm just putting glue all over this. It's the easiest way. And then we're just gonna roll our paper towel roll on top of it, or your toilet paper, whatever you are using. I'm gonna roll, 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 roll. And then when I get to here, guys, I might need to apply some more glue so the edge is flush. And that means so it's flat against your roll. Awesome. And I'm gonna hold it and I'm gonna squish it I'm gonna clench it so the glue gets nice and dry, and it's okay if there's some wrinkles in there. I love that because it looks like an actual tree branch. I'm gonna do a little dance with it, pretend like it's a baton. Whoa! Okay, and we're gonna set this aside to dry while we make our leaves. Now, what I love about this craft, you guys, is it's an activity. It's actually like got 3 parts to it. It has the actual crafting, and then it's got the part where you're thinking about what you're thankful for. Because what we're gonna do is we're gonna write on the back of these leaves that we're gonna make things that we're thankful for. Like I put, let's see, the sunshine, my friends, Sesame Street, love Cookie Monster, family, my teachers, Taylor Swift, I love Taylor Swift, pumpkin pie, and it doesn't have to be something that's very serious like Sesame Street. Sesame Street makes me happy, and that's something I'm very thankful for. So this is a fun activity, kind of brainstorming what you're thankful for. So for our leaves, look at how beautiful these look. So you can do these in a bunch of different ways. I did these leaves with my daughter. We used those dot markers where we stamped and we let the colors kind of blend together. You can also use paints or markers. I am using this piece of scrap paper because I love reusing things. And I am gonna use my red and my purple and my yellow marker because those are really beautiful fall colors. And I'm just gonna hold them together like this on my white paper, and I'm gonna do some squiggles and let it kind of all mix together, because who knows what red and yellow mix together to make. I'll give you a second. Red and yellow make orange. You got it. And I also love a deep purple fall color. So this is one cool way that you can mix to get colors of fall foliage. If you want, you can color them together in like stripes and go back over it instead of doing swirls. I just think it's a cool way when all these colors mix and blend. You see some browns coming out because of the purples and the reds. Oops, there goes my glue. But I love doing this as a way to color and make this. Uh-oh, I lost you guys. Uh-oh, too much excitement coloring. Sorry, friends. This is amateur hour over here. Forgive me. Okay. So now that we've colored an area of a sheet of paper, I'm going to put my caps back on. But you can see, if you want to color them all one solid color, there's no wrong or right way to do this. I just think it's really cool to do it like this because it reminds me of like a pile of leaves. Then I like to just like fold the paper in half and cut along. And however many leaves you want, you keep going, you keep coloring. And they can be all different shapes and sizes. And I like to do the trick where you fold the paper and then look how cool. You cut out half a leaf shape, and you get a full leaf when you unfold it. And you can even get cool with it, and if it helps you to draw on the fold, see I folded my paper where I colored and I'm folding it in half. Like maybe you want to try for like a maple shaped looking leaf, and you draw on the fold that shape and you cut it out. There really is no wrong way to do it. Or maybe you just want to draw leaves and cut them out without the folding in half trick. You guys are the artists. Remember, if you've done a craft with me before, you know I always say there are no mistakes in art and perfect is boring, and that's what makes art so special. Look at this one. It doesn't even really look like a leaf shape. It's kind of, to me, it looks like a giant guy in a pantsuit dancing, right? See his like little genie pants and his head and his arms, and he's like hip hop dancing. Or it's a leaf, whatever you guys think. So you're gonna make your leaves and you're gonna set them aside, and when you're ready as a whole separate activity, you can start to think of what you're thankful for. Like I love to dance. I'm gonna go with a dance. I love music. I'm so thankful for music. And I'm so thankful for this time with you. I'm gonna say crafting with friends, even virtually, crafting with friends. Okay. Aw, perfect timing for the song You've Got a Friend in Me to come on in the background. Okay, so let's get our tree back. And again, you might have wanted to, instead of covering it in brown paper, maybe you wanted to paint it like this copper colored paint. So now, after you've done your leaves, which you're gonna do as many leaves as you want, we're gonna cut our tube, our small or short tube, or our 2 tubes together to make it so it stands up. And by doing this, I'm gonna cut cut about an inch from the top or the bottom of, an inch deep rather. This is where I'm not the best, is like my measurements. I eyeball everything, but I'm gonna do my best since we're not in person. So about an inch deep from the bottom, and then about an inch apart from the first cut, I'm gonna cut another, and then one more cut about an inch away. So I have 3 cuts that make for 3 little fringes, I would say. This is what is gonna make your tree stand. Look how cool. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Don't you love it? And then for the branches, I love this part. You are gonna make some more deeper cuts, a couple inches down, however long you want your branches, and you're gonna unfold them like that. So go ahead and cut around. They can be different sizes, some can be small, some can be short. Get creative, keep going all the way around. Just like this. And then when you unfold, look how cool. It looks like real tree branches. How awesome is that? Now, if you want to get fancy, what you can do is you can take your brown paper and you can eyeball it and just cut some long strips. This looks about the size of my branches. And to make it so you can't see the paper towel or the toilet paper roll on the inside, you can take your one long cut and eyeball it and measure it and cut and glue on top of the cardboard. Here, I'll show you up here so you don't see any of the cardboard. And that's just kind of up to you, or if you want to paint or color with markers. And then here's another cool trick. You can take one of your markers or paint and you can draw some lines in the tree, just like you would see. I like doing it in a purple or a red. It kind of gives it some depth, so it looks even more like a tree. And then you can start gluing your leaves on, like this one. And when you do it, guys, try and put the glue somewhere, or the tape, somewhere where you won't, somewhere not on the word. And just kind of do a little dot, because the whole idea of this project is when you are sitting around with your family or eating Thanksgiving dinner or virtually talking with your family, look how beautiful. What you could do is you can make an activity about this, and you can go around and pass the tree around, and one at a time pull off a leaf. And if it's not glued on so tight and it's not where the words are, you'll be able to peel it off. And this says, I'm thankful for my favorite songs. And you can pass this around the table, your tree. So I know we just were starting this one, but you can finish by putting your leaves all around. Make as many leaves as you want, and you're gonna have some beautiful thankful trees. And maybe Ben will share with me what your thankful trees look like. I would love to see. Thanks for crafting with me, everybody. Have a very, very happy and just grateful season. Bye, everybody.